boys and girls. Okay, so yesterday we talked about time to the hour. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about time to the half hour, all right, or half past a number. Or whenever we write it, 30 minutes past the hour. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and look at our clock here. We're going to talk about the numbers around our clock. We're going to review the hands. So our long hand is the minute hand. Our short hand is the hour hand. And when we write the word hour, it's shorter than the word minute. Minute is longer than the word hour, so you can kind of remember it that way too. The minute hand is longer, the hour hand is shorter. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these. And remember when we said that the minute hand was at the 12, we call that o'clock. Okay, and so whenever you do that, and you have that minute hand pointing at the 12, that's o'clock. So we can look for our hour, and our hour hand is right here. And so now it's between the 12 and the 1. So the hour is still 12, but now our minute hand is traveling around our clock, and it is going around the minutes of our clock, and now the time is 1 o'clock. Okay? Now when this minute hand is not just on the 12, when it's on the 12, it's o'clock, right? But now when it is not on the 12 and it starts to make its way around the clock, those are minutes. And every single one of these little ticks right here is a minute that goes by. And there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay? So it takes it and it goes around here 60 clicks every single time to make 1 hour. Okay? All right, so when we start, you can count the big numbers by fives. So we can count, help me count by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So now when that hour hand is at the 1 and the minute hand starts to make its way around, so now when it makes its way around, it's not o'clock anymore because it's not on the 12. So we're going to keep on traveling around, and now when it goes to the 6, it is halfway around the clock. So we can say that it is half past 1 because it made its way past the 1. Or 1:30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then when we travel back up, we made it o'clock, didn't we? O'clock again. And what time is it now? 2 o'clock. And now if it moves again, notice what happens to that hour hand. It's moving between the 2 and the 3, but it's still in the 2's house. It has not hit the 3 yet. It's still traveling around. Look at that. Now the hour hand is at the 6, so now it's 30 minutes. So it is half past 2 or 2:30. We can say that. Now let's look at these times right here. So I have a time right here. What is this time? 3:30. How would we show 3:30 on our clock? Well, this is a really good game that you could play with your family, because somebody could say, okay, show me 3:30 on your clock, and we could make 3:30. So remember, the hour hand is 3, so it's got to be with the 3. Look at that, 3 between the 3 and the 4, because it's halfway, and then the minute hand is on the 6. 3:30. What's our other time? 5:30. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go around. What time is it now?
4 o'clock.
Good job. Now, it's halfway around. What time is it now?
4:30.
Very good. Have we made it to 5:30 yet?
No.
No. So if we wanted to make it to 5:30, we would need to be between the 5 and the 6 because we want that hour hand in the house of the 5, right? And our minute hand, it needs to be on the 6. 5:30. Very good. Now, what about half past 2? What would that time be? 2:30. Very good. So I'm going to make my clock go around there. It'll take me just a little bit to get it there. But watch what happens when I want to do 2:30. So the hour hand's between the 2 and the 3, and the minute hand is on the 6. 2:30. Okay? It doesn't have to be directly touching that one, and it doesn't need to be at the 3 because you're not there yet. You're halfway around the clock. All right, let me show you some little games that you can play. Okay? So we want to go ahead. And you remember when we did the clock with the flower? Well, you could ask, say, okay, so Madeline, tell me a time.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So I'm going to take my minute hand at the 12, that long minute hand, o'clock. And my little hour hand is going to be at the 5 o'clock. All right, then your family could say, okay, give me another one. What about, Madeline, show us 1:30. How would you do 1:30? So where's your big minute hand going to
It's gonna
be?
be right. That's gonna be
Your hour hand? Okay, good. And then where's your long minute hand going to be?
way down here.
Oh, very nice. Good job. And notice how she wrote that. So 1:30, she wrote the hour hand between the 1 and the 2 because it hasn't gotten to the 2 yet. And she has 1:30. Very good. Another fun little game